Welcome back to the PM Show with Robert Conrad on CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Hey, so let me ask you a question here. Who's that group that you play all the time, just now that we were listening to?
That is Ronnie Laws.
Ronnie Laws?
Right.
Yeah, I love
his version of Always There.
Hey, they're terrific. Now I'm really, really delighted is a good word.
Do you want to go back to Becky and finish up with Becky first?
Well, we've got Richard waiting.
Okay.
Let Becky listen to Richard. She'll get a kick out of it. Becky, hang in there because we've got, this wonderful, wonderful guest, and you'll be happy. Now, Courtney, our engineer, is she in the booth there? Do you see her?
She's floating around, but
all right,
I got it.
All right, you got it. All right, but now here, ladies and gentlemen, is the very, very, very talented Richard Marx.
I've tasted lips like a Hershey's kiss. Woke up with the answer to my fountain penny wish. The sun is shining ever since.
Hey, I can't believe that's one of the talented. There's so many artists out there that can sing, but for Richard to be able to impersonate a woman singer is just awesome. Richard, are you there, Richard?
There's nothing I can't do, right, dude?
My gosh, you're so talented, you son of a gun. Now, where are you?
I just got to Boston.
You just got to Boston, and how long will you be in Boston?
I'm just here for a charity event tomorrow, and then I head to Ocean City, Maryland for a concert on Saturday night.
Okay, what's the charity event?
It's an event that they do every year for a radio station here where they honor I think it's the 5 most outstanding women in the area, and they're recognized for their contributions throughout the year. And
cool.
I think Patti LaBelle, actually, the singer Patti LaBelle, is going to be honored tomorrow as well. And I've met her through my dear late friend Luther Vandross, so it'll be nice to see her.
Yeah, for sure. Now look here he is. Richard, we're on film also. I didn't know if you knew that or not, but here we are. And I am now showing you and your album to across the country and again across the world. That's what I'm so thrilled about, that this show is not only played in the United States, but it plays all over the world. And for my dear friends in France, I want you to go out and get this. Jean-Luc, Javier, I want you guys, and what's that beautiful lady's name? Monique.
Monique, yes.
3 of our French friends that fly over and say hi to us. So Richard, this album is called Stories to Tell with Richard Marx. Now it's I'm going to put it real close to the camera because Stories to Tell is in white and it's hard to, can we read that, Tomas, do you think?
Yes.
Okay, so there it is. There's Richard's picture, and then the name of his album that just came out that we are going to play, because I love this guy's father. He was one of my dearest friends and top 5 all-time friends. Richard Marx, the senior, is one of those persons. He was my vocal coach at a transition time in my life. I was going from a bad boy to good boy. And Richard was Richard, the senior, was my pal. And on my 19th birthday, I went to a club where his dad was entertaining and spent the 19th birthday with his father. So that's how far we go back. Now,
we have an audio proof of that, don't we, dude?
Yeah, we certainly do. We have a proof of that. And thank you for sending that to me. Now here's another picture of Richard that I like. It's a real kind of macho picture, and I like it. Here it is. I'll get it. Thank you for your help.
I can't see it, but I'm feeling bad about this.
No, you'll like it. It's a good picture, Richard. You'll really like it. And then on the flip side is Richard in a softer photo that is probably more appealing to I don't know. The other one's macho, real macho. Got your hands in your pocket, and then in the background there's a city. It looks like you're on the south side of Chicago. And then there's a headshot. There it is. There's Richard. The headshot. Is that all right, Tomas? Or is it too close? Move it back a little. How's that?
There you go.
Okay, there he is, you guys. That's what he looks like. And in a minute, we're going to play what he sounds like.
Indeed, we shall.
It's so lame that I'm not there in person for two reasons. One, because it would just be more fun, and number two, because time I get to spend with you is time well spent.
Hey, Richard, you know, it is what it is. You're out there doing your thing, and I'm really happy for you, and I'm really happy for your son. Now, I say son because he's an actor, and he's out here with us. And you guys, hey, that's who you want to interview. We've got Lana Land's a new show, Richard, that goes on the air on Saturday, and it's all about young performers and what they do and
Right.
how they get going. It's called La La Land with Brett and Net, and it's on Saturday at 3 p.m. And you want to give them the you want to give them the opportunity of how to get in touch with him as an actor. Or do you have that available or no?
Yeah. We'll you and I should talk about that and hook up Lucas to be on the show. It'd be
Okay,
great.
yeah. Well, let's do that because Lucas Marks is his name, and he's a really talented actor. I saw him perform. And believe me, I don't care who his father is. If he couldn't act, I wouldn't be talking about him. But he did a wonderful job. He's going to be around. This kid's going to be around. Plus, he's also a musician, and his other two boys are musicians.
Sweet.
And his wife was one of the most talented dancers in our industry until Richard took her away from us. You want to talk about that, Richard? Richard, you want to talk about her? Come on.
I wasn't a caveman. I wasn't like Fred Flintstone carrying her off into the cave. But no, what happened was that when I met my wife Cynthia Rhodes, who was in Dirty Dancing and Staying Alive and Flashdance.
Oh yeah.
Not in it, was it? She starred.
Yeah, she was it. Yeah. When we got married, she was still working, and she did one or two films after we got married. But then when she got pregnant with our oldest son, Brandon, who's now 20, she did this most remarkable thing. She turned to me one day when she found out she was pregnant, and she said, I know that women juggle careers and motherhood successfully every day. I just don't want to juggle it. I just want to be a mom, and I want to quit show business completely and just raise our kids. And
wow.
I thought she would eventually have a change of heart and go back to it. She never looked back, and you know her very well, Duke. And she, it's one thing to make that kind of decision and then maybe regret it in some way later on, but she just never has. And I miss seeing her act. I miss hearing her sing. But I swear, man, she does not miss it. And as talented as she was as a dancer and as a singer, as an actress, she is every bit of that talented as a mom.
Hey, man, I know that. Listen, we're going into commercial again. One of the great things about this show is we're booked solid with commercials, and I know
all about commercials.
Thank you. And I know one called Hazard. There was a commercial, a thing called Hazard. Do you remember that, Richard?
I kind of do. I got beat up by a sheriff in there.
That's right. I remember that. that. The guy was out of work, and you picked him up and gave him an opportunity.
Right.
All right, listen. Hey, Richard, hang in there because we're going to chat more with you. And don't worry about playing your album. We're going to play your album to tears. But right now we're going to talk about Richard Marx, the man. And we talked about his lovely wife, and we go to commercial.
On CRN Digital Talk Radio.
Do you own a car you no longer want and you don't have the time or energy to sell it? Donate your car to Heritage for the Blind. Your donation is tax deductible and your car will be towed